The Middle East never sleeps, and the past 24 hours have been absolutely insane. First up, we got news where Reuters stated that according to German's Steinmeier, that there is little doubt that at least the justification of an imminent attack on the United States does not hold water. He also stated that the war is a mistake and would have been a truly avoidable and unnecessary war. While all of this is happening, it seems that the Saudi Arabia Prince Mohammed bin Salman has been pushing President Trump to continue the war against Iran. Saudi Arabia states that this war is a historic opportunity to remake the Middle East. This is according to New York Times. Next up, we got confirmed that the Philippine president have declared a national energy emergency, citing risks to fuel supply created by the Middle East war. Also, it seems that Iran has stopped the export of natural gas to Turkey following the Israeli airstrike on the South Pass gas field. And if you ask me, I personally do not think that the reason is the attack on the gas field. Probably Iran is using it as an excuse in order to harm Turkey. Because if you didn't know, Turkey and Iran are official enemies for many decades. Even though you might read in the news that Turkey doesn't want a war with Iran, the only reason why they don't want a war to happen or to continue are because of the economic consequences. Because basically, a destabilized Iran is worse, where terrorism is not located at one spot, but at different locations, whereas stable Iran would be in this scenario better. It also seems that India's reliance have bought 5 billion barrels of Iranian oil, according to Reuters. Also, it was visually caught that Indian Navy escorted an Indian LPG vessel with gas through the strait. Next up, we got confirmed that Iran's foreign minister Abbas Araghchi and China's foreign minister Wang Yi held a phone call to discuss the regional situation. Also, according to the IRGC's linked fast news, an airstrike targeted the gas administration building and gas reduction station in Isfahan and the gas pipeline of a power plant. As you might remember, Trump announced that they will hold the big attacks on the power plants for a few days, but for me personally it seems that at least more attacks are still carried out against infrastructure of Iran. Also, here are the details. The Isfahan power plant have a capacity of 2,500 megawatts. That's a lot. Basically, it's Iran's largest thermal power plant, supplying the central industrial sector, while a second power plant have a capacity of 1,100 megawatts, and by targeting those two, the country's largest power generation plant is disrupted. Next up, we see that the terrorist organization Lebanon also creates maps, like Israel, that should at least supposedly warn the civilians, but obviously, you might have noticed by now, if Iran fires on purpose on civilians, why do they even release such maps? And if you think about it, it's nothing else than creating panic and psychological warfare. While Israel releases maps of specific buildings, and most of the time not of whole maps, if a ground invasion isn't imminent. Next up, we got confirmed, according to the United States Central Command, more than 9,000 airstrikes have been carried out in Iran so far. Also, we got confirmed that a major movement is underway from the United States Army, Navy and Air Force to bases to the Middle East. While all of this is happening, the spokesperson of the Islamic Revolutionary Guards Corps stated that there are no needs to plant mines in the strait because the Iranian armed forces are in complete control over the strait. However, the statement might be wrong because as far as I know, the United States Army have already located and destroyed multiple mines which were planted in the strait, this by the terrorist regime of Iran. We get also confirmed that the United States is still deploying thousands more Marines and sailors to the Middle East, according to CBS News. This is also exactly what this image showcases. We see a lot of soldiers marching to the airplane where they will be transported to the Middle East, so we'll see what the future will bring. Also, according to the Lebanese Ministry of Health, an Israeli force abducted a young man in the town of Halta. This is in southern Lebanon. Probably he's a terrorist and was abducted to get questioned. While all of this is happening, the French foreign minister told AFP that France calls on Israel to refrain from sending forces in Lebanon and take control of part of the land. Next up, we got informed that the IDF have attacked a broadcasting station operated under the terrorist organization Lebanon and headquarters affiliated with the Radwan Force Unit. It is further stated that the terrorist organization Lebanon operates systematically on within civilian infrastructure in a state of Lebanon, and from there manages terrorist activity that harms the citizens of the state of Israel and even endangers the Lebanese citizens. While the president of France, Macron, stated that he wants neither occupation nor any form of settlement in Lebanon or Judea and Samaria, while the Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has called for an urgent meeting with the heads of the coalition parties. We can also see that humanitarian aid was delivered to Lebanon from a Belgian aid plane. In total, 50 tons were delivered. I hope the equipment, which includes also medicine and medical supplies, will be used for civilians and not for terrorist activities, even though I doubt that the terrorists in Lebanon will not misuse it. Next up, we got confirmed that the IDF troops captured a terrorist from the Radwan force during operation in southern Lebanon. Also, an airstrike was carried out on a building affiliated with the Ministry of Defense Electronics Industries in Isfahan. Gulf states reportedly also await military options to counter Iran's escalation, according to Bloomberg News. So basically, they're considering to go to war with Iran. Next up, we got confirmed that an Emirati soldier got killed during an Iranian attack. I wish the family of the soldier all the best and much strength in this difficult situation. Next up, we can see that the terrorist organization in Iran is falling apart because yet again, the Mossad called on Iranians online that if they have information about the regime officials, they should send these informations to the Israeli army. We also get directly informed that Saudi Arabia might join the Israeli-US-led war on Iran together with the UAE, Qatar and Bahrain, so we'll see what will happen.